okutuuka mu bitundu byonna ebyensi. News does not sleep here. Abakugu bajja, competition zijja, naye the truth remains. Kuba ebyama tebiba bya forever. Mutabani wa Nakalanzi kankuweereze. Today I am with Mr. Opio Emmanuel. It is pleasure to be here with you, sir. Mr. Tourism, Teso region, the year 2025-2026. Pleasure to be here.
It's a pleasure to be with you too, my brother. I want to appreciate this opportunity that you've granted us to me. Well, I want to thank the audience that is watching us out there. Yes, I am Emmanuel Opio. I'm equally an aspirant for male GRC, School of Social Sciences at Makerere University.
Yes, Mr. Opio, take me back to history. You know, history does not lie. History repeats itself. Yes, I believe you are part of the people who pushed the 91st government, the Centum government. Yes, what can you say about that?
I thank you so much for such a wonderful question. Yes, I assert myself as the 91st government. I was among the people who mobilized to make sure we achieved the win. And I want to say that no one is perfect in life. We have to admit that the 91st had very great achievements. However much in leadership, always we have loopholes and we have our downfalls. So at least let's appreciate the side we are by the 91st. At least fought so hard that students who are not completed the tuition could do, at least if you had cleared 90% of the tuition.
It by 60%.
Yeah, 60%. And you could at least do at least 60% of the papers. I think
you could write at least 45 papers.
Yeah, at least that was a very big achievement. At least we can acknowledge that they did something good.
That is right.
Yeah.
So what has inspired you to get into the race? What has inspired you to get into the leadership?
Oh, thank you so much. As an individual, I actually live in a community that I believe I should participate in the affairs of the community. Among the students' fraternity, I look at it as something that I could play a role in to make sure that our welfare is so well. I'm inspired to aspire for GRC because I feel as a young person, I should represent their voice. I believe I am a person who can transform the majority and I can represent their voices in that guild house so well.
Well, if you talk about welfare is a broad one. So how and what do you think are you going to do? What are you going to put on the table so that you coordinate with the 92nd government that is coming to uplift the welfare of students?
Well, thank you so much. As a GRC, you're going to act as the link between the students you're going to serve and the guild house. So as Emmanuel, we are looking at the welfare in different aspects. One, we are looking at the academic welfare. We also all understand academic pressure we go through. We're looking at research, the internship pressure and all that. But as a leader who believes that you can play a role in it, as a representative of the students, you can actually make an alliance with most of these organizations and it becomes an open platform for these people to go and look for internships from. It can be something very official. You can talk to an organization and you come back and tell the students that this organization is welcoming you people. You know, when you're looking at we have had a number of cases whereby our own fellow classmates are missing out in papers because of tuition. As a leader, you have the capability to mobilize these funds through some fundraisings. We can do a car wash and we can raise more money. These people have done it before in law school, and I believe with a leader who can really organize himself and organize his fellow students, we can at least help out such students who cannot pay tuition. We can do that fundraising, we wash cars, we can do a lot of activities.
That is right. And this drives us to the current atmosphere of university politics. It is a race, it is a tight one with contenders like Mike Mujuzi, Anna Kalema, Chaja, Peter Clever, Dangote Nyaika, and so many others. Sorry if I've not mentioned your man. And so, how do you look at it? And what do you think? Who is taking on the race? Who is leading others? Who is steps ahead the other?
Well, it's a very critical question and also a tricky one. Because matter of fact, I'm also in my race at school level, and I've been so much focused on my race at school level. But in a broader perspective, I want to admit that this race really is a unique one. People have put in resources, people have mobilized. I can't say that there is no guild aspirant who has not mobilized. People have mobilized like never before. The 92nd is hot. According to me, I cannot openly say the polls are on this candidate because the view I see myself in is the view of my voters. So I don't know the perspective they have for guild aspirants. So I cannot openly say so and so is doing well, but I can say that the truth is these guys have mobilized and the competition is very tight.
Very tight. So as a leader who is incoming, what is your agenda? What do you wish to do for students? We have had many leaders. They come, they give us false promises, and at the end of it all, they do nothing. What is your agenda? What are you going to do for us students?
Well, thank you so much. And surely that is the reason why I am aspiring. I'm aspiring because I have to do something for my fellow students, for my fellow classmates, for the fraternity of Makerere University. One, as Opio Emmanuel, I don't have to overpromise people, but I want to prove to you that I'm going to deliver the best service. How? I'm going to act as that link that you people desire. Because in that guild house, we need those voices that cannot be compromised, that are going to stand with integrity, that are going to stand according to your values. So I don't want to overpromise the people, but I want to put myself in a position that I'm going to give the best service ever that you expect, according to my capacity. I will ensure that at least students are getting internship placements. Majority of my fellow students at least do papers. According to my capacity, I will fight so hard to ensure that someone who has access to me at least goes to do a paper. You know, because we are here at the end of the day, we want to graduate.
Someone who has access to you. Then what about the year one student?
Then, well, we can, as the person who is going to
because you have to be a voice for the many, not only for those who are close to you.
That is very true. And as a leader who is going to sit in the guild house where they are going to be passing policies, I'm going to play my role to ensure that at least the policies that are being passed, I'm going to play a role to ensure that these policies benefit the entire students, and of which the policies should be favorable to the students. Because I believe when a policy is passed, it is going to benefit the entire university. So I'm going to make sure the right policies are being passed in that guild house.
Thank you very much on that. In a quick one, communicate to your voters, communicate to the people from the School of Social Sciences.
Well, thank you so much. School of Social Sciences, Opio Emmanuel is here. Not just someone who wants to lead, but someone who is willing to deliver the best in his own capacity and also with the resources available. I call upon each and every one of you that vote Opio Emmanuel, support him in any capacity, because he's the right leader you have been waiting for. He is the calling that you have been waiting for. I thank you so much, and I believe in your heart, you're convinced, you should be convicted that Opio is here to serve the majority. Thank you so much.
But before we leave, let me understand, how do you handle school, how do you handle campus life, and then life outside campus, because you are Mr. Tourism, Teso region?
Thank you so much. You have to be hardworking.
One.
Really, it's not something you expect someone who is lazy to do, because you're here and you have to run some errands there at your region. But someone who is hardworking, someone who can spend, who sleeps at least 3 hours a night. So you can imagine the time I spend organizing myself to ensure that I deliver the best for the students, and also have to deliver the best. Yeah. So all I can say is hard work. Yeah. Less sleep and more of the work.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Emmanuel. Thank you for this wonderful opportunity. It has been a pleasure to be with you here on V Media. Till we meet again, sir. Wish you success.
Thank you, my brother.